I have these thoughts sometimes and I don't know if I really believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then I have these issues with faith. And is Allah going to punish me because I'm having these thoughts and because I'm having these whispers and because I'm having these doubts? And the Prophet ﷺ, he puts us at ease by saying to us two things. He says, one, that you could be having a conversation, people could be sitting around talking, and they'd be pondering upon the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and saying, you know, Allah created this, Allah created that. And then one of them would say, فَمَنْ خَلَقَ اللَّهِ, so then who created Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And the Prophet ﷺ, he also said in another hadith in Sahih Muslim, that a person might be actually contemplating, actually reflecting and contemplating on the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and feeling this high point and saying, who created this? And you would say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're admiring the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But then shaitan comes to you, the devil comes to you and says, فَمَنْ خَلَقَ اللَّهِ, so then who created Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The Prophet ﷺ, he says in both of these ahadith that when you start to have that thought, when you start to have those whispers of مَنْ خَلَقَ اللَّهِ, who created Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, quickly say, آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ, I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By doing that, you do away with the thoughts of shaitan, by the whispers of shaitan, and you reaffirm your faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not punish us for those whispers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not punish us for internal conversations or internal dialogues. The Prophet ﷺ, he said that Allah has forgiven my ummah as long as that person has only spoken to himself, meaning you're having these internal whispers, but you haven't spoken of them or acted upon them. Don't worry, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to punish you. These are whispers clearly from the shaitan to take you away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.